Welcome to the hottest happy hour in STL. You have just joined the In Your City show. So grab your cocktail, your mocktail, have some fun with us. We've got a great guest on with us and some really cool segments to add to the show here today. So we are going to be talking to Carlton Blood of 5 Iron Golf. I mean, wow, we're serving up the perfect blend of play, style, and wellness today with our guests that we have going on. Audra in the fast lane with fashion, and SheBang is back with some more empowering perspective and fresh ideas to, I guess, stay youthful, right?
That's right.
We want to shout out to Clayton, St. Charles County, and Chesterfield City Lifestyle magazines, bringing you some great, impactful stories, heroes, you name it, businesses that are open in the community. There's so much there to see. If it's not delivered to your home, well, guess what? You can go to citylifestyle.com, check it out for yourself, and be able to read all the cool stories and see all the amazing businesses throughout the pages. In 15 different zip codes, actually. So there you go. Well, without further ado, let's say hello and welcome to the show, Carlton Blood. How's it going? And we're so glad that you can be with at least virtually on the show with us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Kelley and Gordon.
Thank you. Loving the background behind you. That's pretty cool.
It's kind of messing with my head a little bit. It's messing with the visuals in my head. The first time I saw that, I'm thinking, is my vision off? What's going on here?
Got a little blurry flair to it.
Yeah, no, it was we have a lot of our part of our branding and the artwork that you see is it's all local artists that came through and collaborated with us. But it definitely wanted some really cool flair. There's a lot of good energy with the artwork that's inside of our location. So that was definitely a forward brand focus type thing that we do when we design our facilities. So I couldn't be happier with how that ended up coming about.
I love that.
After a couple of drinks, I'm going to think, is my vision off or is it cut me off?
This is the smaller one too. Yeah, there's a bigger one on the other backside that would do a lot of that for you too.
Well, from what I've learned, 5 Iron Golf brings fun accessibility of golf indoors with a state-of-the-art, like you said, TrackMan technology. Why don't you tell us, for someone that hasn't walked in there, Gordon, you've been lucky enough to walk inside the doors and that.
I've kind of seen the transition. I saw when it wasn't
really
anything to where it's completed.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Why don't you take someone who's listening or watching and wants to know what the experience of 5 Iron Golf brings to St. Louis?
Yeah, so we're based out of Lower Manhattan, New York City. We are a premier indoor golf space. We have 10 simulators inside. We feature the state-of-the-art TrackMan simulator technology. So whether you're a beginner golfer to the advanced golfer, the systems and the tech are really within anybody's skill range there. We have a full bar menu, full food menu. We do host events like we're doing today. We do lessons, leagues, club fittings. You can purchase clubs from us. So we're kind of a full stop shop. Into pretty much anything that you could think of that you would want to come in as a consumer to get out of an indoor golf facility. We do it all.
The food looks fabulous as well.
I'm starving.
Yeah, we are hungry. What led you to bring 5 Iron Golf here to St. Louis?
I really actually, a couple years ago, the origin story is I really wasn't finding something that fit the needs for indoor golf. I was playing with some friends at a indoor golf facility in St. Louis, and I was like, I really think that there's a gap in the market. So I wanted to chase that opportunity. So I ended up building my own company from the ground up and branding that. And then I actually found out and secret shopped 5 Iron, see if I was on track because I had heard a lot of good things about them. And the second that I walked in, it kind of validated my search. And I've been with them ever since. So it was a really good partnership. Match made in heaven, if you want to say that, because they suited the needs of support for me. And we're on to bigger and better things. So
Weather's so unpredictable, especially
Especially in
here. And
St.
oh
Louis.
my gosh, you never know. So the ability to just be able to play whenever you want, and I don't have to drag my clubs around to the
yes,
18 different holes, right? Or rent a
yeah,
golf
no,
cart. Just going to
yeah,
maneuver.
we featured Callaway, all Callaway clubs in house. So you can, like you're saying, bring your own clubs if you want to, but we have state of the art Callaway clubs in stock, so you don't have to bring anything with you if you don't want to.
Jill, tell us a little bit about, I mean, you have some high-tech technology there, the swing cameras, the simulators, the virtual courses. Kind of tell us about this high-tech way of being able to play golf.
Absolutely. We have what's called, and I've actually dug into this a little bit myself over the weekend. I dug into what we call as the performance studio. We have some bays in our facility that are 360 cameras, so you're looking at your swing from the side profile, back profile. There's a picture of Brian, our head pro. They can really dial you in and look at your swing from any angle within the bay. Um, Course selection, we've got almost 300 courses. Whether it's local, we've got Bellerive, for the local flair, but we also, you can transport yourself to Pebble Beach. You can go play in Ireland, Scotland. You can even, I had some customers playing Sweden a couple hours ago. So there's golf
Oh,
courses around the world. If local to international. So
you know, that's
that
that's really
traction is
am-
definitely the state of the art.
That's really amazing. Going back to what you're talking about, saying Sweden or Pebble Beach. I mean, these are places that a lot of people may not ever have a chance to do or can't. In my case, I have to dive into the ocean to find my balls all the time or take out somebody's window or something like that. What an experience to be able to plan a course that may not be able to have that ability. Do you have like courses in, because I hear the courses are so gorgeous in Cabo. Is that an experience that you can play as well?
Yeah, we have courses in Mexico. One of the actual partnerships that Five Irons has is with a place called Teeth of the Dog. It's Casa de Campo in the Dominican Republic, which, if I'm not mistaken, is, I think, one of the premier top-rated courses in the whole Caribbean. So we actually partner with them, and if for example, anybody that enters into a league automatically is entered into a contest to potentially go on an all expenses paid trip to Casa de Campo. So
Oh my gosh,
that's
how
just
fun.
one of the things that we do at Five Iron is a good golf partnership. So to your point, yes, most people wouldn't do that, but hey, there's a direct link to a course in the Caribbean that's just amazing to play.
It's calling my name.
It's kind of a great idea too for executives and stuff who are always on the run, always flying from here to there, and they know they're gonna probably play that course when they get there. It's a good idea for them to come and kind of get a feel for what the course is like. What does this hole do? What does that hole do? It's kind of a cool idea.
Exactly. We've had a lot of people doing that recently.
Now you have clubs there, but you can also bring your own clubs and there's people that can maybe help you because maybe we don't have the correct clubs we should be using. Is there people there that can guide you and help you?
Yes, I have two pros. I have Brian Lean is my head pro, and then Jack Steemeyer is the assistant. So they are on site. One of them is always on site, if not both of them, throughout the day, anywhere from 6 a.m. to right about 6 p.m. The pros are in stop. They'll just drop by while you're in the bay, maybe give you a few pointers here and there, or you can schedule lessons with them, whether that be an individual lesson or a group seminar.
Oh, I love that opportunity. So the other day when we were hitting balls and my golf ball kept going over to the left versus center, someone might be able to give me a hand to help me out a little bit with that.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. That's what we're all here for. I am not myself a golf coach, but I've been around them a little bit that I can kind of point out some helpful tips.
So you have some fun vibes on the menu. Tell us a little bit about, it's not all about, I mean, sure, playing golf is the main course there, but tell us a little bit about what we can find on the menu. I know Gordon was showing some great pictures that were making us hungry. What
Oh
can we
yeah.
find there?
I mean,
Look at
as you can
that.
see, right? I mean, we got the sliders paired with looks like our Aperol spritz. We do wing specials a lot of the times. There you go, some boneless wings. We those are on our, I believe, our happy hour menu as well. We've got great pizzas. That's a
Oh,
nice
that looks
segue.
delicious.
Our hot honey pizza is definitely one of our high sellers. It's just to die for.
You know what, we
Yeah,
just that honey, that's a new thing, Carlton, or maybe it's not new, it's new to us. Remember, we just
Yeah.
found out about adding that. That makes such a great taste to a pizza.
yeah.
Good call on that one.
Yeah, that one's our pig and fig. So it's like a gorgonzola dolce with a little bit of prosciutto. It's a little bit of little funky flavor, but it's really really good. So yeah, I mean,
Mm,
it's a lot of handhelds, a lot of stuff that's meant to pair with your experience while you're sitting and kind of playing. No, you don't want to bog somebody down. But we do have a little bit of healthier options. We've got salads, wraps, sandwiches. So we've got a little bit of everything. Probably my personal favorite, I really like the chicken tinga tacos. We have some pretty incredible tacos on our menu.
did you say chicken tango?
Tinga, like they're
Tinga.
like a
Chicken
tikka
tenga.
masala, tikka chicken tikka masala taco. It's pretty great.
Wow, kind of high end, fabulous food there to have. I never had a taco tinga before. I'm gonna have to
Yeah, they're
try that
really
one
good.
out. How important was the design and atmosphere? I love you talking about how you brought the art into the building. There's natural lighting. Uh, with the location being in Clayton, you're trying to figure out where and how you have this golf facility going on in there. How important was the way you designed it for that experience that we'll get when we come through the doors?
It, it really, I really think that that's one of the things that separates us as a brand. Maybe from other facilities or other experiential things. We try to be a little bit more of that electric vibe, that little street art vibe. So we try to bring a little bit of that fun, more fun energy. We have a lot of neons in our space, so we want to keep, like, all of our floors are concrete. We got a lot of black, because light is kind of our enemy with the projectors and the technology. So to
Hmm.
accentuate that, we definitely try to go with what you see behind me, that kind of really graphic street art, kind of hip, edgy. Those would be some of the adjectives that we used with our artists to get those collaborations. But then to top it off, I mean, you combine all that, like what you're seeing here. That's our media
Beautiful.
wall back there is just amazing. How somebody brought that together. It just looks so cool when you're in that space looking at that wall. Um,
It's gorgeous.
yeah,
Doesn't
so
look like something in St. Louis, that's for sure.
no,
You've really
it really
brought a
doesn't.
whole vibe.
Yeah, so that's really that's really what we try to do, is bring out something that's very eye-catching, something that's a little bit different than what you'd see.
Sure.
Carl, let me ask you this. So let's talk. I don't think we really touched on it, and that's some of your memberships. What is a membership? What does that
Yeah.
include? How much are they? And tell us about those.
Yeah. So memberships run. You can either have a monthly option or an annual option. And actually, right now we're running a promo where your first month is free. Either way, but the annual membership runs 169 a month for a 12-month commit. The monthly is 199, and that's just that month to month. Now, anytime you're using your membership when you sign up, anytime you're in the facility with your membership, golf is included. Uh, you can have up to 6 people at a time with you in the bay. Uh, and then anytime you're in here, your food and beverage is discounted by 20%. Any of the apparel or swag that we have to offer is discounted. You get discounts on leagues, lessons, club fittings, any of those things that I mentioned before are highly discounted with the membership. We also have family options where, if the dad signs up for a membership, you can add on a spousal membership, or you can just bring the whole family anytime that they come in. So there's kind of an extension off of the one member when you have a family situation. So it's really inviting. That's where you get a lot of the benefit, is when you do sign up for that membership.
Is there an age requirement for your facility?
It's 18 and up is during the day, always accompanied by somebody that is over 21.
Hmm.
And then at late night, we do have kind of more of a bar. type of vibe. So it is 21 and up after probably about 7 or 8 o'clock, especially on the
And
weekends.
what are the hours there at Five Iron?
Yeah, we're our hours are 6 a.m. to 11, Sunday through Thursday. And then Fridays it's 6 a.m. to 1 a.m. And then Saturdays are 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. So
And then of course
we're open a lot of hours.
yeah, and of course you mentioned that you have an event going on right now, so people can get booths or areas that they can be able to use for special parties, large or small.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
we've accommodated parties as small as 5 or 6 people for maybe a private birthday. We can do kind of one of our bread and butters is about 30 to 50 people. There's a few different areas that we can accommodate that need. And like you were saying, tonight I have a full buyout of over 250 people coming in to utilize the whole space. So we
oh, how
really are
nice.
malleable in that regard. We can kind of, cater to really any needs in that regard.
Think it really takes the intimidation of golf away having something like this, whether you're an excellent pro and you want to be able to, get out of the elements and enjoy having a fun night, a date night, or practicing your skill. It also gives the ability for people to not feel intimidated who might not be really want to test out the waters and experience golf, but they don't have to feel bad because they're taking out someone's windshield or their window of their house or having to go and retrieve it in the water.
Yeah,
Or let
no,
it go, I would say, right?
no, you're spot on. Two of our slogans are, we're here for everybody and we want to grow the game. So that's what we're all about. I know we just talked about memberships, but we are open to the public. We are a place for everybody to come, whether you haven't even swung a club before, or you're looking to dial your game in because you have a tournament to play. It's really open for everybody.
Well, we're
That
gonna
is
have to
so
make it a
true
special
because,
date night.
yeah, that is true because some of the intimidation is especially for new players, is getting out on the golf course, not just to get out there and play, but knowing there's somebody right behind you coming
Yeah,
up to that hole and you're like, they're pushing you along while you're trying to find your ball in the
yeah.
weeds somewhere. So yeah,
So
Yeah, you're not
true.
that's
wrong.
awesome.
Well, Carlton Blood, thank you so much for spending some time sharing the vision and concept of the Five Iron Golf that's located right there in Clayton. If you're familiar with Clayton, it's right there on Forsyth, so it's very easy to get to and such an enjoyable. You can go to fiveirongolf.com, of course, find out more, see all the great pictures, and get in there and try out something different. It doesn't matter if it's snowing, raining, too hot outside. It's a perfect place to enjoy by yourself or come with a group or make it a special date night, Gordon.
That's right.
Thanks, Carlton. We appreciate you. Have a great
Thank you
event
both.
tonight.
Yeah, thank you both very much. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you. Cheers to you. All
Cheers.
right, that sounds like a fun
Yeah.
opportunity to be able to. So if you don't have clubs, you can just go ahead and just go in because they have them. Or if you want to take yours, you can do that as well. So
Right.
maybe it's just an impromptu, and you end up, going and enjoying yourself. So there are some other fun things that are going on in the community as well. I know we're going to find out what's going on with Audra, see what's happening at the movie theater, and then of course see what she is going on with SheBang. Did you know that Clayton has a fall scavenger hunt?
No,
Yeah. So
I haven't done a scavenger hunt forever.
I know
Good.
it's a scavenger hunt through Clayton Parks where fall decorations are hidden throughout various locations. Participants can find the decoration, take pictures, scan QR codes, and collect prizes by doing so. So it actually started already September 10th at noon, but you still have time because it goes through September 22nd. It ends. It's up to 10 parks around the Clayton area, including Anderson, Taylor, Concordia, Woodburn, Oak Knoll, Henry Wright, Hanley House, Sharp Park, Enterprise Holdings, Remembrance, and the center of Clayton. So what a great way to have fun and, see the parks around the area. So you can go to Clayton, Missouri, I should say, .gov, find out how you can participate in the scavenger hunt. Didn't know that took place, but what a fun idea.
You know what? The Builders Home and Remodeling Show, those are something that I always like to go to. I
Yeah, of
like to go to those
course you
because
do.
it's September 19th through the 21st. It's great for home improvement, real estate, design vendors will be there. It's at the St. Charles Convention Center, but it's always great to go because you always see these new ideas of what's coming out,
Yeah,
for your home.
makes you want to go home and make some changes.
Yeah.
And though I'm sure there's a lot of people there that can help us make those changes by going to it. And that one's going to be what, at the St. Charles Convention Center
Yes.
to be able to take place. And then Pixies at the Stifle Theater. I am not, it's a big music draw. You can go to stlouiscalendar.com, find out more about that. I've never heard of that. You've got Little Bugs at Butterfly House.
Yes.
Have you ever gone to events there? I know we've been
I got
to.
a feeling my grandson Jaden, he loves that
He'll
kind
be
of stuff.
there,
Yeah.
and be able to go to it. So if you like the Butterfly House, that's a family kid event. You can, and again, stlouiscalendar.com. You can find out more information on that going on. The SLU men's Billikens soccer versus Missouri State will be at the Herman Stadium if you are into soccer. You got the Hanley Fall Festival at the Hanley House and Clayton Jazz Festival. So there's a lot going on this month in the Clayton area. What do you have? You have anything in Illinois that's going on? I know we interviewed the Man in Black, and that's going to be taking place at the Wildly Theater going on. Anything that
No, but next, at the end of the month, we have
Okay.
September 26th, 27th, and 28th at Frontier Park is the St. Charles Oktoberfest. And
gosh, that's always a good time.
because they say it's Oktoberfest, but
But it's not in
September.
October.
So it's like for the longest time, I always go, oh my gosh, I forgot that.
And there's actually a reason behind that, why they do that. And I don't know if it's because the actual big Oktoberfest is going on and they want to have it before. I'm not sure, but it's always in September, yet it's called Oktoberfest, with a K.
Yep. And of course, my buddy Dan Faust has already asked me, hey, you want to help with a beer stein holding contest? They got to hold a beer stein like out with their arms and just hold it. And full of beer, but the stein is pretty big.
And you see their arms, they're just
starting to shake and
shaking.
they're holding it, and they're doing everything they can. It's actually kind of fun.
You were going to talk about, you were kind of starting to tell me, you go, you know what, just wait, I'm going to tell you about the show. And it was about those records that we
talked about this. We've talked about those records that were on the back of your cereal boxes. But Dwayne Dymock, 68, he's built one of the world's best collections of bad records, the flimsy cereal box records of the 1950s and 60s. These thin plastic cutouts once gave kids like Lisa Sutton their first taste of music, everything from the Monkees to Bobby Sherman. They were cheap, scratchy, and disposable, but the collectors today,
I loved
they're
it.
priceless little slices of nostalgia. They've got they've taken the whole box, some of them, and not cut the record out.
Oh, and just have that there.
Taken the box and flattened,
Now he has world's largest collection of it. Where is that collection? Is it
his house?
Oh, I didn't know if it was set up somewhere for people to view.
His wife wishes it wasn't.
Oh, I didn't know if we could view it. Are we able to go online, or are they just kind of talking about?
You're just talking about it because, we've always talked about it,
Yeah, and actually someone has collected them.
It's kind of fun that someone's collected those and everything.
So. I wonder if there were something, if they haven't been used, like you said, still on the back of a cereal box. I think they should do that one because actually record players have come back in style again. Albums are a big thing, that nostalgic retro feel. I think maybe they need to, I bet it would be a big success putting those records back onto the back of cereal boxes and see how many people would buy that to be able to have one of those.
Yeah, because people do have record players now.
Yeah, it's a big.
They sell those little bitty ones, that nostalgic looking ones.
I think they're great. You got one for was it our first year anniversary?
I'm sure they were
got a record player
back then because that was the only way we could listen to music.
That's
was on
true.
A record.
But it would be, I think.
Think about that. Think about there was a time that it was record albums only. There was no cassette tapes. There were no 8-track tapes. There were no CDs. I mean, record albums was it.
Do you remember calling into the radio station to have your favorite song played?
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember your first by any chance?
So I could hit record on my cassette tape and record it.
And you'd be so mad when they would talk over it. I think they did that on purpose, probably maybe for that to happen. But that was a long time after, because there weren't cassette players for you to be able to do that back in the beginning. So do you remember calling into the radio station?
Oh, yeah. And then you'd sit there, and we didn't have speed dial like we did today.
Oh, no. And if you hit a wrong number, you had to start all over again.
finger. I think I still have an indent on my
From dialing a phone?
dialing, yeah.
Did you go in the closet with your long cord and get privacy?
Oh yeah.
But that's when we got privacy
got
back
that.
then. How about what were we looking at the other day? It was a picture, like a yearbook picture. And now if you don't like somebody, you
just
can
scratch them out
you
with a
can
pen.
delete them. But back then you just
This is how
scratch
we
their
had friends
face
and
out.
people back in our day.
Scratch their
Scratch
face out of the yearbook for it. But okay, that just led off in a whole new path for us. Do you remember your first call in or the song that you would request the DJ to play?
No, I have no
I
idea.
do.
You
I can
remember the
remember
first song
being,
you asked
yes,
to play?
I can remember being at my friend's house and we were doing that, trying to call in, and we actually were hoping to be on the radio because if you call in, sometimes they would ask you, what's your favorite song? What do you want to hear? And then you'd be able to talk on the radio. It was American Pie.
Oh yeah, you did tell me that was one of your favorite songs.
It was my favorite song, and it was the song that we called into the radio station, and we were about to lose our mind to get our voice heard for them to play it. And then I can remember being at my friend Sheila's house late night, calling in to try to get our favorite song played. But it was more so because we just wanted to hear our voice on the radio.
And you know what? The person behind you, after you called in and you asked for American Pie, they were so mad at you because they were like, "Oh, great! Now that's
That
a
was the
10-minute song. Now I gotta wait 10 minutes for my song to play."
Not that long.
It's pretty long. It's about 8 minutes long.
Is it 8 minutes
I'm
long?
pretty sure it is. Let's ask.
Wow, that's
find out.
absolutely incredible. Well, while you ask Google for it, we better take it to a commercial break.
Yes, we better.
All right, you are
I'll let
listening.
you give you the answer when we come back.
Exactly. So, I mean, you'll be on pins and needles for us to come back and tell you who it is. You're listening to In Your City Show right here at the Lou Information Station. A great new thing before we go to break is to let you know there is a new app. You can download it on your iPhone or your Droid. Put the Lou Information Station. You're going to see the KLIS come up on there. Download it. All you got to do is hit tap, and you'll be able to listen to the show from anywhere, anytime.
Clear.
Crystal clear.
All the way to Nova Scotia.
There you go. We'll be right back with more fun right here on the Lou Information Station.
Welcome back to the In Your City Show. Next, we got Audra Harrold with Fashion in the Fast Lane. We're going to take it to Audra. Audra, tell us what's hot with fashion.
Hi, I'm Audra Harrold. I'm the Executive Director and Co-Founder of STL Fashion Alliance. We're a nonprofit here in St. Louis, and we support fashion professionals and students, and that's at the high school and the college level. And today, I'm really excited. I am here with Shanna Britta, who is a fashion designer, and she's here to tell us a little bit more about the whole process of being a fashion designer and like what that even means, and having apparel made for you, because we talk a lot about fit and fashion, and we all want to feel good and look good. So Shanna, nice to welcome. I'm glad to be with you today.
Oh, well, thank you for taking the time to talk with me. So I'm very passionate about what I do. Mm-hmm. I focus on positive body image for women and sustainability. So for instance, they really go hand in hand because everything I create is made to order. And I believe that's the future of fashion. It really helps eliminate waste. I'm able to support our local artisans and the labor force. And when things are just fit to your body shape, you feel amazing. It gives you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, I think you're speaking not just to me, but all the women out there that are listening. There is nothing worse when you go to your closet and you're like, I have nothing to wear because nothing fits. It's not that we don't have anything to wear, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So tell us just a little bit about your background, like how you even got into becoming a fashion designer.
Oh, yeah, sure. So I grew up a little bit outside of Dallas, Texas. And when I was little, my mom actually put me in pageants. And so that's kind of the Texas thing. So we, for years, my mom realized that I had a passion for fashion, and we would create our own pieces. And we would always look at women and their different body shapes, and we would always just talk about how we can dress ourselves. Mm-hmm. And from there, I really wanted to be a fashion designer. I wanted to be an artist. I really wanted to support women. So I went to Purdue University, and I got a bachelor's in apparel design and technology. And then I wanted to further my studies, and I went to the Fashion Institute of Technology in New York, and I got a degree, an associate's there in fashion design. And then I gosh, and then you want to get experience. So,
yeah, that whole experience thing.
Yeah. So then I went off into Europe, and I did a Maymester there, and I got to tour and see all the different design houses there. And then I went back to Houston, worked there alongside fashion designer Linda Siegel. And then I came here to St. Louis because I fell in love with the Midwest when I was at Purdue. And I love St. Louis. It's such a great area for families. And when I first came here, I worked for Lori Coulter, which is now Somersault. Yeah. And I really wanted to stay here. So I have 3 girls, and it's been great.
So do you think any of your girls will become fashion designers? Do they have that bug when they watch you?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I know that definitely my middle child is definitely my fashionista. Okay. And then my oldest, she really loves working with her hands. She really likes being creative. And then my youngest, I mean, I think she might be a CEO or a boss or something. Okay. Like she's, yeah. So, who knows?
So fun. Well, thank you for sharing your background. Let's jump right into, you've got this beautiful piece here. Can you tell us a little bit about this and like the woman that you've created this for and like what you had in mind, and just share a little bit more about your kind of your process of like from your brain to here.
Yes. So this is a very special gown. I'm actually going to be doing a fitting on my client today in this. And this is a custom made gown. This blue color absolutely looks gorgeous on her skin tone, her hair, eye color. So whenever I do a design process, I think about the whole woman. How can I make her feel amazing? And we wanted to really accent her shoulders and her neckline. And I create all of my own bra frames. So I created a custom bra frame. There's a molded cup with underwire, and then there's actually a corset lace up in the back. But yeah, it fits her beautifully. I'm really excited for her to have this piece. Yeah, it's like when you become a client of mine, I don't like to say no. You get whatever you want.
So do you just do gowns, or do you do, kind of walk us through that? Do you do the rest of your wardrobe? Or?
So I do everything for women because I want to be a one-stop shop for women. So for instance, here I have a really beautiful leather skirt. Oh, that's gorgeous. And so I do skirts here, and I like to work with different materials. So this one is out of leather. And then I also do swimwear as well. So for women, this is a monokini, but this is for a very special woman who really wanted to glitz it all out. But I do everything from like modest pieces, bikinis, you name it, any body shape. So for women, I want to be able to dress you. Yeah. And I want you to be able to come to me needing a coat, a gown, a swimsuit. A lot of my most popular packages are like my travel packages. I design and pack for you, or we just work on your wardrobe and we create your wardrobe to where any piece you pull out, it fits you.
And which is so important. You touched on something that I want to talk a little bit more about, because something you're really passionate about is body image and positive. We hear that all the time, a positive body image for women, but this is something that you live and breathe. And when a woman comes to see you, I mean, again, going back to, I've got a closet full of nothing, because it doesn't fit. Yeah. Kind of tell us a little bit more about how you've personally witnessed some of your clients and how just their self-esteem and some of the positive, like kind of metamorphosis, if that's the right word. Yes. Yeah. Can you share a little bit about
that really does happen. First of all of my clients, it's a very personal process. So I have clients all over the world. You don't have to live in St. Louis. And so, but for instance, like this client or any other clients I've worked with, they come in and they're very negative and they say certain things. And I always try to teach them, like, I want to hear about the things you want to highlight about yourself. What do you love about yourself? And, we kind of work through that. And, when something's custom made, you should be able to just put it on and go. Like that should be how life should be. You shouldn't be like fussing with it or whatever. So when she puts on this gown, she won't be like pulling it up, messing with it. I always know when a client puts something on, they kind of start doing a dance and kind of
I feel good.
It's like this happy dance that they do. And I love it. I love seeing a woman just really happy and just happy in her own body and highlighting the things that she loves about herself.
Well, that's another thing that you hit on that I was like, oh, yes, yes, yes. It's what you just said, like, you want a woman to come in and instead of, because I think we naturally are like, oh, hide this, instead of saying like, like, I love my eyes. I love my eye color. Thanks, Mom. And so like immediately I was like, oh, this dress would look great on me because of my eyes. So I think that's really interesting that your approach is for women to find something positive they want to accentuate versus the negative we want to hide.
Right.
So even though I know you can still do those things too. Yes. So let's talk a little bit more about this dress and kind of your fabrications and things like that. Because I know you work with some beautiful fabrics and things like that. So can you share a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So this dress here, so how am I sustainable? What are the materials that I'm using? So this fabric here is actually a designer dead stock fabric. What does that mean? It basically means high-end designers like Carolina Herrera, Oscar de la Renta, just to name a few, they will put together their collections and their shows, and they will have leftover fabric, and I source and I hunt those down and I use those fabrics. Another thing that I do is, so this is a leather skirt. A lot of people are like, how is leather sustainable? I'm like, oh, well, my leather I import from Spain because the meat packing laws are different there. They have to use the entire animal. So I want to make sure that the leathers that I use, the entire animal was used, also that the dyes are natural. And also you might see that the hem on this is asymmetrical because I wanted to use the entire hide. And then I used this little bits of leaves for just to accent it what I had left over.
Awesome.
And and then for my swimwear, it is recycled nylon. And I do my own prints on top of it.
Awesome. You're like an amazing, amazing woman. I mean, just and to help us feel better about ourselves is amazing. So really quickly, because we have to go, I want people, how do people find you and how do people like become a client so that they can have their own?
Yeah, sure. So it's Shanna Bretta, and I'm on all the social media channels, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it. And then I also have my website. So in any of those facets, you can message me directly, and I love getting back to people. Yeah,
awesome. Thank you so much for your time. Absolutely amazing. I might have to come talk to you about something in this color. So again, I'm Audra Harrold with STL Fashion Alliance. I'm here with Shanna Bretta today, and we are here to talk about positive body image and positive women and custom clothing.
Thanks, Audra. That was fabulous. All right. Well, we're going to go from fashion to where you need to keep your fashion. And that is if you need to take your closet from chaos to calm, which mine definitely was. Sometimes the smallest of space is so hard to work with. You don't know what to do with it. Nothing fits. Well, St. Louis Closet Co. can help you out. Jennifer Williams is fabulous. She's in business for over, I think it's 35 years now. They have got a gorgeous showroom over on Big Bend. Everything is done right on site. They locally manufacture your project, whatever it might be, from outside of the house to inside of the house. Maybe it's at your business, your studio, wherever it might be. Jennifer can take you, oh my gosh, to complete organization, and it really does calm your mind. Call them, get a consultation, let them come out, help you get your life back. Actually, having my closet organized has been one of the greatest things. It helps me be able to get ready. Sometimes you need that special place when your kids come home for them to be able to put their stuff. So check out St. Louis Closet Co. Talk to our friend Jennifer and let her change your life. She supports local and she is all about local. St. Louis Closet Co. Thanks, Jennifer.
Right now, we're going to take you to the movie theaters, and we're going to find out what's hot, what's playing at Marcus Theaters for this weekend. Take it away.
Hello everyone, Ian here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of the Marcus Recap. Starting with the box office results, at number 1 is Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle with $70 million. In second, The Conjuring: Last Rites with $26.1 million. In third, Downton Abbey: The Grand Finale with $18.1 million. In fourth, The Long Walk with $11.5 million. And in fifth, Toy Story, celebrating its 30th anniversary with $3.5 million. Fathom this week, the 18th through the 21st, you can join us for Sight and Sound Noah Live. And the 20th and the 21st, you can join us for Howl's Moving Castle as part of Studio Ghibli Fest. Wednesday the 17th marks our monthly trivia. You can join us for Disney trivia, not only tying in with Toy Story, but also the upcoming Tron Ares. Also on the 17th, you can join us for the latest David Gilmour concert. The 21st, the Harry Potter lineup continues with Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. And 2 new releases this weekend. First, A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, and Him. This has been Ian with this week's edition of The Recap.
Whew, all right. I feel like I needed some popcorn after that.
Yeah.
Maybe we need a little SheBang going on in our lives. Lori Doty, what's happening in your world?
Hi, I'm Laurie, and I'm here to welcome you to Fast Track Fridays with my friend Dodie. And
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. We are spotlighting women who flip the script in midlife.
Yes. So today's feature is an actual complete powerhouse. You've probably heard the name, but maybe not the entire story. We are talking about Madam C.J. Walker.
Yeah, and there's a movie about her apparently
Yes,
too.
there is.
So I heard. She was the first self-made female millionaire in American history. And guess what? She didn't get there with investors or tech startups or funding or maybe like a reality TV show deal.
She wasn't accidentally discovered.
No.
She actually started with a problem. It was a problem of her own, and it was her own hair, and turned that into a product and a brand and a nationwide network of women entrepreneurs.
Yeah, so let's back up a little bit. She was born Sarah Breedlove in 1867, way down in Delta, Louisiana, and her parents had been enslaved. And she was the first child in her family to be born free.
Which sounds like a fresh start, but life hit hard. She was orphaned at the age of 7, married by 14, and widowed at 20 with a baby girl that she had to raise on her own.
Yeah, she was a baby.
Raising a baby.
No. She worked as a laundress, so her job was to hand scrub clothes every day just to get by. I can't imagine what that took, but I'm pretty sure that kind of job can wear you down to the bone.
No, I can't imagine either. So by her 30s, she actually started losing her hair. Her scalp was in terrible shape from the stress, the poor nutrition, and the harsh products that were available back then.
So what did she do? Did she cry? Did she complain? No. She got in her kitchen and she started experimenting. She tried different oils and salves and homemade concoctions.
Yeah, and somewhere in that whole process, she found her perfect formula, not just for hair, but for her entire life.
She eventually married Charles Joseph Walker, and he was a newspaper sales agent, and she went about rebranding herself as Madam C.J. Walker. And I love that part. That's my favorite part of the story because this is where she names herself and she takes back her power.
She launched her first product, which was Madam Walker's Wonderful Hair Grower. And that was at the age of 38. She went door to door selling this all in the South, just her, some tins of product, and a belief in what she was doing.
So can we just take a moment? Can we just take a moment and think about that? She was 38 years old.
Mm-hmm.
That's midlife. That is the exact age when a lot of women start to feel like, ugh, crap, maybe I missed the window. Maybe I missed the boat. Maybe it's too late for me.
But she was just getting started.
Right. It's so inspiring.
Mm-hmm.
By 1908, she'd opened a beauty school and a factory. 2 years later, she had a full headquarters in Indianapolis.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is she trained over 20,000 sales agents, mostly Black women, teaching them business skills, presentation, and how to make their own money.
Yeah, this wasn't just a product line. This wasn't just skincare or shampoo. It was a movement.
Mm-hmm.
She created a path for women to support themselves with pride and power.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? She didn't stop just with the business. She used her platform and money to support education, civil rights, and community organizations.
Yeah, she donated to the NAACP. She funded scholarships. She helped to build YWCA chapters. And in 1917, let's remember, we're still back in the early turn of the century. She helped organize one of the first national gatherings of Black women entrepreneurs.
That's the kind of leadership that we want more of. We need more of here. Women who rise and bring others with them.
Yeah, and she died in 1919 at the young age of 51 years old. But
it's your age.
It is my
coming up 11.
Almost.
11.
But she left a legacy that is still rippling through the world today.
There's a line that she quoted that gets me every time. I got my start by giving myself a start. So simple and so powerful.
Yeah, that one hits me too. She did not wait around for the world to hand her a spotlight. She built her own.
Mm-hmm. And she lit it herself.
Yeah. Yeah. She shined her light.
Yeah, she did.
I love it. So if you are sitting here thinking that it's too late for me, or I don't have what it takes, I missed the boat. Remember, Madam CJ Walker. She was a mother by 20 years old, a laundress in her 30s, a millionaire by her 40s, and an absolute freaking legend by 50.
Yeah, she is just pure proof that midlife isn't a breakdown. It's not the end. It's an actual breakthrough and can be a complete just emergence and restart.
If you are needing that little push, if you need a little nudge to try the thing or launch the idea, this is it.
Yes, and let's all channel a little Madam CJ Walker energy and go make some noise.
For more stories like this, plus real talk about midlife, menopause, and what happens when you finally stop people pleasing, follow us on Instagram at SheBang Menopause. And if you want a monthly dose of hormone-friendly products, mindset shifts, and some encouragement, some community, check out the SheBang box at getshebang.com.
Right. So thanks for joining us today at Fast Track Friday. We'll see you next week.
Wow, so much I don't understand about what those girls talk about. But
You just don't understand women.
That's okay. But there is something I do understand, and that's music. So
Yes,
we're
you
gonna
do.
take it to Cat Muse. Tell us who's playing this weekend, who's on stage, and where we can see them.
Thanks, Kelley Gordon, and here's what's going on this weekend in music. Friday, kick off your weekend with Shotgun Creek. They'll be at Main Street Honky Tonk. Scarecrow Joe will be at Salvatore's. And Stone Devil will be at Charlotte Pub, where all the best musicians play and the music matters. Helen Beck Acoustic will be at Schmitty's in Bell Vegas. And Toxic Johnny will be at the New Garden of Eden. Fly Project will be at Benny's Pizza. And Bad Habit is playing Bikers on the Square for the veterans in Perryville. Saturday, Blue Goo Residue will be at Nancy's Night Shift. And Alice in Reverse will be at the Cottleville Wine Cellar. Rock Mafia returns to Roadhouse Bar and Grill in Hawk Point. Doppelganger will be at the Grafton Pub. Punky Booster and Danger Party will be at the Pump House. And Two for Flinching will be at Charlotte Pub, where all the best musicians play. Brutopia will be at Stone Ledge Distillery. Decades Apart will be at Copper Fire. The Rockwood Boys will be at 1837 Cellar Bar in Herman. And Elvis Meets the Beatles. Everett Dean and the Fab Lads will be at Litchfield Community Center. Brad No and Company will be at the Hideout. And the Ford Rangers will be at St. Charles Music House. 3 guys playing guitar. Check it out. Brian Curran, Dave Black, and John Higgins at Focal Point Concerts in Maplewood. Sunday, fun day. Gabriel Johnson will be at St. Charles Music House. And Kevin Wayne Gruen will be at Jake's Lock Loma Lounge and Poplar Bluff. Brian Curran, the special guest, the Dust Covers and Extra Voltage will be at Point Lavity Brewery. Live music is better. Thank you for supporting our artists and venues. Check out STL Road Monday nights from 7 to 9. Have a safe week.
Thanks, Kat. Love it. Always love the music. Always love. Support local bands. They need it. Go out there and support these musicians. You know what? It's that time, Cal.
It is that time. I'm starving, so I cannot wait to go see what we're going to find to eat. Maybe bring back to you something in St. Louis that is absolutely delicious. So until our next show here at the Lou Information Station with the In Your City show, we always say to you, enjoy your day. Don't waste a minute of it. And cheers.